everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Morgan Greer Tarot in a tin. This is a very popular tarot deck, I believe. It was originally printed in 1979, and it is by Morgan Greer. It has a very 70s vibe to the art. It's published by US Game Systems. And so let's just get right to it. So this is the tin that it comes in. It comes with a little white book, and it's very easy to read. As you can see, the font is pretty big, and it's also pretty basic. It gives a basic explanation of the meaning of each card. And so let's get straight to the flip through. So this is the back. Obviously, you can see blue background with some white stars here. It's kind of more like an off-white with the stars. So I just want to let you know that this is not going to be in order because I've shuffled the deck numerous times, but let's get straight into it. So this is the Five of Cups. I mean, I really like how everything's very zoomed in, and it's also borderless. Those of you who like borderless cards. And also the size, if you can notice, is definitely a bit smaller than a traditional tarot card. And I kind of like that because it makes it easier to shuffle for people like me with small hands. Here's the World. Very clear, very saturated color, which I also kind of enjoy as well. Sometimes that's nice. The Moon, very, very traditional. We have the Two of Wands. There we go, it's in focus. Next we have the Page of Pentacles. I don't know if maybe you can see it better if I tilt my phone. So this is the Seven of Swords. Oh, excuse me. My hand was getting a little tired there. We have the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups, the Star. This is very traditional. And those of you who aren't comfortable with nudity, just letting you know now, there is some nudity in this deck. Then we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups. He looks almost drunk.
Is that Jerry Jealous?
Very rosy cheeks. We have the Chariot, very traditional, just like the Rider-Waite, very traditional. But a lot of these males depicted in the cards, they have these 70s mustaches. I just think it's hilarious. I love it. We have Temperance, very traditional. We have
I feel like, yeah, we should just like
Six of Coins. We have the Four of Coins, which it's interesting. They, mean opposite things. Interesting to see them placed next to each other for comparison. We have King of Pentacles. We have the Magician. This is very 70s, extremely 70s.
Yeah, are you ready for the Moon?
Then we have the Lovers. I really like this Lovers card. I think this is very, kind of depicts what you would traditionally think of as the lovers. And there's nudity, but, I kind of like that. It just adds to that whole, 70s, well, more like 60s, but like, late 60s, almost like free, like free children of the, of that era.
We're just waiting a
Wheel
while,
of
yeah.
Fortune. I like this. It's, cranking the wheel, somebody falling off the wheel, and then we have two people celebrating on top because they're on top of the wheel. Then we have the Five of Wands. It's very indicative of the meaning, which is conflict, clashing. Their wands, wooden sticks are clashing together. We have Three of Pentacles. Then we have Three of Cups. I love this Three of Cups. It looks so like 70s, like what they're wearing in their hair, their hairstyles. It just really looks cool to me.
No, Jeremy, you're in essential business.
Then we have Six of Cups. Very traditional sort of look. We have Death. So this is the only card that I didn't really like in this deck, because it just seems not traditional, but then not really appealing, and like even in its newness. Like, I just don't particularly like it. I almost prefer the traditional Death card depicted in the Rider-Waite, or the Death character. Ten of Cups. I really like this. This is so 70s looking. Like, even like just the colors and everything, just something about it, just extremely like 70s, and also kind of reminds me of, if you want to get like really old school, like Technicolor almost, so bright and vibrant that it almost hurts your eyes. This is the High Priestess, just like traditional, like she's traditionally depicted with the crescent moon under her feet. So that's pretty cool.
Wait, there's
Next we have the Queen of Rods. She is a little more approachable looking than the original Queen of Rods, in my opinion, but I mean, maybe because she's holding a giant sunflower. Then we have the Eight of Coins. And once again, love the 70s mustache. The Knight of Swords. This is definitely, I don't know why I'm getting this impression of like Attila the Hun. I mean, because he has the 70s mustache, but his armor, and then there's like blood on his sword. It definitely reminds me of that. I kind of like it, even if it's kind of grody.
The suit, and then it's the down on the D-pad.
Next, we have the Four of Swords.
And then don't take your suit off.
Then we have the Ace of Cups. I really like this Ace of Cups. There's a dove. There's like this golden prosperity, something abundance bubbling up to the surface and spilling out of the cup or chalice. I really like that. Next we have the Six of Wands. So victory. And I think this depicts victory completely. Excuse me, there's somebody next to me playing video games with a headset on. But I'll just try to speak louder. So Page of Swords. King of Swords. So yeah, King of Swords. He's traditionally, I think, in a throne a lot of the time, but he is facing forward with a sword.
Right there.
Then we have the Devil. So this is another card that isn't quite my favorite, just like the Death card, because it's not traditional, but at the same time, in its newness, I don't really think it's really progressive either, just like the Death card. And so, but there you go, there he is, the Devil. He looks like a goat. There's a fly. That does, I guess, make sense. And let's move on. So we have the Five of Swords. Traditional We have the Four of Wands.
What?
We have Justice. This is extremely traditional looking, just like the Rider-Waite, and pretty much most tarot cards that depict justice. It's exactly the same. And then we have the Three of Wands. Next we have the Fool, which is a very traditional depiction of the Fool. This Fool is definitely younger, and it's also very zoomed in. You know, usually with the Fool, you can see him like his whole body. You can see his ankles, his feet. But in this case, yep, very zoomed in. Ooh, okay. And then next we have the Eight of Cups. Very pretty traditional looking, I would say, with most Eight of Cup cards. Next we have Strength. This is also very traditional. And then we have the Ten of Coins. Next up we have the King of Cups.
Is that Josh in the background?
Then we've got the Tower. Next we have Ace of Swords. This is the Ten of Swords. Ooh, that's pretty grody. I think this is probably the most, a little bit gory, goriest card. And I think my phone's about to cut off.